Welcome to part 2 of this Alice in Wonderland painting I'm working on. It's 6 feet long, and part 1 included her falling down the rabbit hole. We had Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and we also had the White Rabbit's house. So if you want to see those scenes being painted, check that part out. This video will contain the flower scene, it'll also have the caterpillar, and it will conclude with the Cheshire Cat. I'm using acrylic paint on wood, and I did not prime it whatsoever, which I probably should have, but I'm just raw dogging it, excuse my language. I love this scene in the movie so much because of the creativity that went into the character designs for the flowers. Like, we've got a rose using a rose bud as one of them conductor wands. I don't really know the technical terminology. And the little stand where they would put the sheet music is a cute little leaf. We'll get to some even better characters from this scene later on, but when it comes to my favorite character from this movie overall, I cannot decide between the Cheshire Cat, the caterpillar, and the Mad Hatter. Of course, I love the Cheshire Cat's character design so much because pink and purple are my favorite colors, and magenta would have to be in there too. He's like a mixture of all three. And I love how he can disappear and teleport and stuff. And I love cats. I have 2 cats. You might be able to hear my cat purring right now in the microphone. I also love the caterpillar's character design so much. I love that teal blue color, and smoking is cool, right guys? No, it's not actually, but he looks cool doing it, so it depends on what he's smoking, okay? It's never clarified, so I could maybe be down with it. The part that's genuinely cool and impressive about him is being able to spell letters with the smoke. And as far as the Mad Hatter goes, I just love his personality. I used to look up YouTube videos of Disney World and Disneyland over and over and over when I was little, and I would always look up Mad Hatter meet and greets because he's just so genuinely entertaining. My other character I would look up was Peter Pan, by the way. This bread and butterfly from this scene changed my life. The pun, the creativity, the design of it is so great. The bread. And then you got this little yellow flower. What is this, a daffodil? I don't know. I love. He's so cute. There's another scene that is kind of similar to this in the way that I love it because of all of the creative character designs, and it's the one later on when Alice is crying in the middle of all the different birds that are made out of like objects. Like there's one that's a pencil. I'm gonna be painting that later on, but that's gonna be in part 3. But I've got to know, what is your favorite character from Alice in Wonderland? There are so many to choose from. They're all so great. This movie is amazing. This is probably my favorite Disney movie. The art style is so cutesy and so fun. The color palette is beautiful, of course, because Mary Blair worked on it. She's my girl. Shout out to her family. I love her work at Disney World. Shout out to the Grand Canyon mural. It's called the Pueblo Village, I believe. And she also worked on Small World, which I love so much. It's so colorful, so cute. Can't stand when people call it creepy, honestly. They just don't get the vision. I see you, Mary. I see you, girl. Okay, now we're coming up on another character that is so iconic. I love him so much. He's this little rocking horse dragonfly little critter fella. This is one of the smallest characters that is gonna be in this painting. And I love it. I absolutely love painting small things. I need to challenge myself to do a tiny painting, for real. Because in my last painting video, when I was painting Little Mermaid for my sister, I loved doing the teeny tiny palm trees and the little seashells and stuff. It's just so fun. And also, I need to challenge myself even further to do tiny paintings on fingernails. That would be so fun. I think I have some plain, clear acrylic fingernails that are actually meant for like nail tags to practice on, like add actual stuff on, but I don't know how to do any of that. I just have paint. If I were to do that, would you want to see Disney nail sets, or like, what should I do? The options are endless, which is daunting to me. It's also how I've been feeling with these jeans that I'm working on. It's literally just hearts. Like, I'm changing plain red hearts into things that are shaped like hearts. There's too many things that are shaped like hearts, and I'm trying to narrow it down, and I'm stressing myself out trying to decide which heart-shaped things to include on this pair of jeans. So far, I've done a sweetheart, I've done a rainbow heart, and I'm gonna do a chocolate-covered strawberry next, and after that, I literally don't know what to do. I'm stressing myself out. It's literally just hearts on jeans. These little flower details were fun to paint because it just felt like I was kind of doodling. It was just kind of like mindless painting fun. Not having to look at a reference picture for them or anything. I like that. Also, something fun about this painting is I'm including a hidden Mickey in each scene from the movie, so this one's gonna have a hidden Mickey later on. Keep your eyes peeled to see if it, well, I'll probably point it out to you because I don't think I got a good clip of me painting it in, so keep your eyes peeled. This flower is really fun. What is this, a dandelion? He's a lion? That's a dandelion? I like that. And then for my transition between the two scenes, I decided to use this really tall flower who's yawning. Not sure what type of flower this is supposed to be. It kind of looks like a daisy or something, but it's blue, and I'm not sure why he's so sleepy. There's a lot of music going on around him. Can I say something controversial as a pink rainbow, pastel rainbow pink loving girly? I'm starting to love the color blue. It's really strange. I just, it's nice. The color blue is like associated with like blue candies, and those are always the best. I always go for the blue popsicles and the blue, how about blue cotton candy, am I right? The blue cotton candy lollipops, that's like the best shade of blue, yes. On this little blue daisy's leaves down here, I've got the dog-a-pillar and the caterpillar. They're looking at each other. The cat's not happy. The dog seems okay with it. He's kind of like licking the flower, I think. If there's not one already, I think a kid's book about caterpillars with cat faces would be really cute. Like the hungry caterpillar, but like they're cats. But anyway, that's that scene almost complete. I've got to add some details to the flowers, and I'm going to add a bunch of little polka dots to fill in the empty blank spaces, and that's where I ended up putting the hidden Mickey, so there's that. It's definitely the smallest one out of this entire painting, and I've also got the biggest one out of the entire painting coming up in the last scene, which is the Cheshire Cat scene. But for now, we're moving on to the caterpillar, and I absolutely love this scene because of all of the cool tones. It's really comforting and calming. It just looks really cool. I absolutely love this teal blue color that keeps popping up throughout this movie. There's some in the Tweedledee and Tweedledum scene as well that I used for the grass. And these leaves in the background are the most biblically accurate to the ones that I see in the parks. I think they have them at Disneyland, but I see them in Disney World around the Teacups ride. They have these big giant leaves with the curly cues and all the swirly patterns inside of them. They definitely gotta have some at Disneyland for their Alice in Wonderland dark ride. I'm pretty sure they have some outside, like near the loading area. It was so much fun painting these. I love the repeated patterns. It's so relaxing to do for some reason. It's almost like drawing a mandala. The pink leaf is my favorite. Tag yourself. I'm the pink leaf. You know me. Did anyone else do this when they were younger? They would be going through a magazine with their friend. They'd be like, okay, who are you? Like, point to who you are. And that's like, tag yourself. Like, we were doing tag yourself when I was in elementary school. We were just looking through magazines and being like, oh, I'm that cute little dog there. I actually used the patterns in this painting, especially in this scene, to my advantage when it came to the hidden Mickey, because there's all these circles in the mushrooms at the bottom, and I put the hidden Mickey right there in the circles. That's kind of one of the most obvious ones, in my opinion. I would like to think that the other ones are much more hidden, and that this one would probably be found the fastest out of all of them, maybe? Or maybe I made all the other ones way too hard and I'm never going to be able to find them again once I forget where I put them because I have crappy memory because of, well, I'm no better than the caterpillar. And speak of the smoker, I think it's actually hookah that he's doing. Maybe this is all totally, completely made up. It's just something that's an element that we don't even have in the real world. It's just Alice in Wonderland, Wonderland only. I don't know why, it just looks so cozy to be the caterpillar, like chilling on top of this lumpy mushroom, and his little shoes look comfortable. They got those little toes on him, and his little head. Like if that was a hat, it'd probably be cozy. They probably make a hoodie or something that looks like the caterpillar. That would be amazing. Actually, I'm gonna look that up right now. I was wrong. They do not have it. But they do have this Alice in Wonderland blue caterpillar costume. It looks really funny. It kind of looks cozy, honestly. I'd like to be in there. Okay, I'm starting to go down a rabbit hole. No pun intended. Well, yeah, it was intended. It was actually intended pun, but yeah, there's actually so many good Alice in Wonderland costumes and loungewear and dresses, and yeah, don't do it. Don't trap yourself by looking that up. Okay, this Alice, I've painted 2 other Alices in this painting so far. The first one's going down the rabbit hole. She's from like a side profile. It does not look good. I'm gonna have to go back and retouch it, I think. I'm scared too, but I think it's gonna have to happen. The second one is okay. She's hidden inside the rabbit's house, like after she grew too big inside of it. So just her face is poking out of the window. And her face looks okay. It's just a square of it. This one, I think, is the best so far. It still doesn't look like her from the movie, but it definitely looks proportional for a face. I don't paint humans, okay? This is not what I do. I like to paint leaves and maybe animals every now and then, depending on the animal. I don't really do humans, so please pardon my Alice. And last but not least, we're moving on to the Cheshire Cat scene, and these signs are iconic to me. The up, down, you know, this way, that way, yonder, blah, blah, blah. But the tree itself behind it was so satisfying to paint, all of those smooth, flat, wiggly lines, and they really brought it to life. Not to pat myself on the back or anything, that was literally just doing lighter and darker squiggles here and there, and it really did a lot for it. And this sign got me thinking, wasn't there a cartoon back in the day called Wander Over Yonder? There was, I just looked it up. I didn't really watch it that much, but speaking of Disney cartoons, Jaden and I are going to be Mabel and Dipper from Gravity Falls for Halloween, I'm pretty sure, so I'm really excited for that. I'm going to have to DIY my own sweatshirt for it, so maybe I'll make a YouTube video out of us making our costumes up. But yeah, that's the painting for now because my phone ran out of storage and so I can't record anything else. So you're gonna have to stay tuned for part 3 to see me paint the Cheshire Cat, unfortunately. I'm so sorry for teasing you this whole time for that. But hey, now you gotta watch the next one, am I right? Or maybe not, maybe you're too angry. I will possibly see you in the next one though, if you're not. So, see ya. Thanks so much for watching. Peace and love.